Hi there, Björn from Physio Innovation. Today's video is about positioning again. Today I'm going to show you a couple of examples of one too high position and one too low position, what I regularly see in the clinic, and how to address these positions. So first part of the bike fit, as I've already explained, is about understanding the rider's body, to see have I got any limitations in X part of the body that I need to take into consideration. Then the second part is the positioning, depending on what I found in the first part. So now is the part of the actual bike fit, and I position the rider. Here a rider myself now, as an example, I've positioned myself too high. So what we often see in a too high position is this quite steep foot, as you see my foot here in the bottom phase here of the stroke, and it actually keeps quite steep in the whole pedal range or pedal motion. So this is something that often happens, too high a position, and also the pelvis starts rocking around. This can create some issues, sometimes in the back part here of insertion of your hamstring here. You can have issues also around your lateral part here of your knee, and also you can have issues of back pain. So this is one example. So again here I'm looking for how is the foot moving. So steep foot here, the rider wouldn't be able to do this with a flat foot and pulling up, because this would overstretch the knee, as you see, as I'm a bit overstretched here. So we're looking to have a compromise between 25 to 35 degrees, depending again on the rider type, the type of body, what type of cycling the rider is doing. Okay, so another example, too low. Here we go. So too low position actually also happens often. So this position is a little bit too low for me myself, depending, well, I would say taking into consideration my mobility, which is still quite okay. But here you would see often riders doing this with their foot, so they actually trying to do the opposite of what I just showed you before. The steep foot here, I'm trying to stretch out my leg by having my heel lower. And this it's quite natural, because you want to use your muscles where they are in a phase and a length where you get a lot of strength and power. So this is something you often see in the clinic, people coming in with a too low position, and they have this kind of Tom Bonen style of pedaling. I'm really quite comfortable on my position on the saddle here. I could probably go for hours like this, but once it starts cranking up, speeding up, then I wouldn't be feeling comfortable down here, because already here, as you may be seeing, my knee is coming far too much up towards my stomach, and I feel compressed around here. My hip also, I would want more range of motion and more air around my hip coming up in the upper phase here of the pedal stroke. And other things you sometimes would notice, riders coming in with a too low position, is maybe they search rearwards on the saddle, again to extend their leg if they got the mobility. So again, important, searching rearwards to extend, using my muscles where they are in a phase, a length strength phase where you got a lot of power. You would maybe see this position being quite comfortable and good in, for example, cyclocross racing, because we're out of the saddle often, technical, out of the pedals, running with our bikes, and you somewhat tend to have a little bit more comfortable, also technical position for your bike when you're a little bit lower. But for longer racing, or cyclosportives, whatever, a too low position wouldn't be beneficial either, depending on, again, your mobility. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and see you again for another video. Have a nice ride, have a nice weekend.